In a nail-biting 26th match of the ICC World Tournament, the South African narrowly defeated Pakistan by just 1 wicket, securing a thrilling victory. Pakistan posted a competitive total of 270, which is all right. However, the big problem was they didn't play the 50 overs game, but that's the part and parcel. With the key contribution by Saud Shakil, Babar Azam and Shadab Khan, while South Africa chased down the target, reaching 270 runs, 9 wickets down. It was a thriller of a match. Notable performance came from Aiden Makram, Tabraiz Shamsi, with Shaheen Afridi leading the Pakistan bowling attack. This was propelled with South Africa to the top of the points table, with Pakistan's hope reaching into the semi-finals dwindled with their 4th consecutive defeat. Today's matches include a clash between Australia and New Zealand, and I'm told the Aussies are going berserk, with both teams showing strong recent form and the Netherlands facing Bangladesh. So we've got a double header between Australia and Netherlands and Australia and New Zealand, Netherlands and Bangladesh. Struggle to stay afloat in the tournament. The rivalry between the Australia and the New Zealand has seen Australia emerging the victorious in the majority of the encounters. Netherlands and Bangladesh are evenly matched with 1 win each in their limited overs history. Head-to-head matches, these contests promise to be Grey's That's it. But we go live straight to our guest, a high-powered guest who's waiting to share his thoughts about what went wrong with Pakistan last night. And was it a thriller of a game? I'll go straight to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, Virat Kohli's coach. Sir, it was the case of so close yet so far. Would you agree that Pakistan almost made it to the tarmac and they were about to take off their World Cup journey, and the case it all crashed?
It was really unfortunate for Pakistan that they couldn't take the last wicket. At one stage, it looked that they needed about 13-14 runs for the last wicket.
Yes.
And the way Shaheen Afridi was bowling, it looked that it's going to be difficult for the South Africans to make those 12 runs. As it is, they are called chokers, Sunil. So everybody was thinking that again it will happen with South Africa, that they won't be able to reach to that milestone. But nice batting by Shamsi and Maharaj took them to the victory, and it was, I think this was the closest match of this World Cup.
Absolutely, this was the closest. This was like a thriller, last ball, last wicket thriller. Sir, do you think Pakistan woke up a little too late in the party, and also at the same time, their entire thing was missing from the coordination, cohesion and their camaraderie in the field? Was it visible, sir?
Yeah, I think their body language was not up to the mark, and I have really doubts about Babar's captaincy also, the way he handled his bowlers. I mean, Shaheen Afridi was repeatedly bowling from round the wicket. He never tried to come over the wicket, which is the strength of any left-arm medium pacer. And he just bowled outside the off stump where the number 10 and 11 left those balls. Rather, he should have made them play, and I mean, it was lack of that, killing instinct that was not seen from Pakistan side, because South Africa had, I think, already given up that they have lost, but unfortunately Pakistan couldn't do it.
Absolutely. So were they pitching up the ball? Because in this particular surface, they come from the Asian subcontinent. They know how to swing the ball, seam the ball. And do you think they couldn't control it yesterday? Because if you see the last wicket of Shamsi, when he was there, Wasim actually got it very close for an LBW kind of a call,
Yeah, that was a very close call. That went to umpire's call. Had it been, if umpire would have given him out, so he would have been, given out in DRS also. But since umpire said not out, and later in the replay, everybody saw that it touched the stumps. But since it was not more than half of the ball, so that is why it was umpire's call, and it was fortunate for South Africa that they went along.
Well, sir, it is not just Pakistan that is out of the race. England is also out of the race. With the World Cup, do you foresee such dangers where the big teams, the defending champions, the former World Cup champions, they come out pretty early in the game and the excitement goes down, sir?
Come again, Sunil, I don't hear this.
So what I'm saying, with the loss of big names, the big teams in the tournament, do you think the excitement and the fan enthusiasm comes down in the stadium? Because you don't have the Ben Stokes of the world and the Babar Azams of the world playing for anything.
Yeah, you miss such players, but that is how the new stars are born. Sunil, the new stars will be born, those who will do well for their country and those who will win the World Cup for their country. So that is, that is the sport, and it goes like this only, that you can't play by name only. You have to perform in front of the crowd. You have to win the matches for your country. Then only you become a star. So now I believe new stars would be born after this World Cup, and we'll see. The Indians, as you have seen, that Indians have shown that what potential they have, and already Indian team is a star-studded team. So likewise, New Zealand will have a few stars, and even South Africa. So I think though Ben Stokes and people like Ben Stokes, Babar Azam would be missed, but that is part of the game.
Absolutely, that's a part of the game. Tasneem Granger, would you like to update our fans with what's happening in the current situation right now? Tasneem, welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning to you all. And Australia just having the greatest time of their lives, looking the strongest they've looked this whole tournament. They're currently sitting on 165 for no loss in 17.4 overs. David Warner just having a field day out there. He's currently on 79 off just 61 balls. He brought up his 50 in 28 balls. Alongside him, he's got Travis Head that's been away. He hasn't played. This is his first game, and coming straight off the bench, he's been unwell, and just playing his first game today, he's off to a blistering start. He's currently on 82, just off 48 balls. He brought up his 50 in 25 balls. These guys are looking stable. They've had more or less chanceless innings this morning, and I don't want to say it, but it's not looking too good for New Zealand at this stage.
Absolutely. Australia. Now, this question is to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. Sir, Australia walks into the World Cup with a loss against India by 6 wickets. Again, they lose by 134 runs against South Africa. Their morale is down. They're out and about to get out, like England was about to be written. So when you see that on your screen, it'll come in a while about Australia's outcome. They seem to start their campaign pretty badly, and now look at them. They made a resurgence. Sir, do you think a pep talk in the dressing room would have helped them?
Yeah, definitely. It is the duty of the coach and the captain to lift the team, which unfortunately Pakistan and England were not able to do. And I was very much confident, Sunil, we were talking that Australia will bounce back because they have that character, they have that fighting spirit in them. They don't leave it till the last minute. And that is what they are showing in this tournament as well. Wow. That what they are capable of. And mind you, I've always said, I'm only scared from Australia in this tournament. For Indian perspective, I'm saying.
Well, Australia's record in the World Cup ODI is that they've played 101 matches, 172, lost 26, tied is 1, no results is 1, and abandoned is 1. And according to the latest team standing right now, you have South Africa with last night's performance. They are at number 1. India is at number 2 because of the net run rate. There's a huge difference from 2.32 to India's 1.35. So it's little less. New Zealand is at 3 with 8 points from 5 games. And if Australia was to win this, they'll come down to the third part and New Zealand gets to push down at the lower part, which is the fourth. Sir, do you see this chair, the musical chair happening between these 4 teams?
Yeah, I think now it looks pretty much clear. Only I think now England or Pakistan have very, very bleak chances, and I think it is almost certain that these 4 teams would be going. Now it would be up to who is that number 1 and who is that number 4. So that is to be seen, like where who will play the semi-finals with whom. Right. That is, I believe, is the only interest left now.
Tasneem, you've been favouring underdogs. Now, suddenly, the top favourite team has become the underdog. Do you like this feeling of New Zealand coming down? Because they've played the first match. They've defeated England by 9 wickets. They've defeated Netherlands by 99 runs. Bangladesh was completely smashed by 8 wickets margin. Afghanistan by 149 runs, but they lost to India by 4 wickets. Do you see a team like that becoming the underdog?
Yeah, no, not at all. This is cricket, and it is a funny game at the end of the day. Some plan you may have worked out for India or for England or anybody you faced before may not be the same plan that's going to fire for you on the day. For example, we have been talking about Australia. They have been gaining momentum since they started off on the back foot. And it's cricket. That's how the game goes for me. I don't think I'd write New Zealand off just yet and call them underdogs, because they too have fixtures still in hand. You don't know how long they're going to sit in that position for. So, no, not yet. I wouldn't call them the underdogs. I just believe that they're having one of those days in the office.
Well, it's a bad day in the office. The matches are still going on. What is the current score, Tasneem, according to you? You purely glowed in.
That's 175 for Australia for no loss still in 19 overs. David Warner on 81 off 64. Travis Head still going strong. He's currently on 90 off 54 deliveries. And the thing that gets me though is these guys have hit 15 fours at this stage, and they currently have, they've just lost a wicket. This is great for me personally. David Warner gone for 81, just off 64 balls. He's caught and bowled by Phillips at this stage. The new score 175 for the loss of 1 wicket.
And how many overs right now?
19.1 overs gone.
I'd like to go back to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. Sir, we discussed 3 days ago, we discussed the 400-run template. And you said it takes like a huge shift to have a 400 with 2 batters getting 200, 3 getting 50 each. So is this the day that comes closer to reality where these guys just smash 400 runs?
Yeah, it looks like the way they are going, and it is 175 in 20 overs. It's it's going to be huge. And Australia has got very deep batting, and they have got good stroke players. And the way Maxwell played in the previous game, I think it looks like that they might go to score 400 or even more.
Sir, you're very conservative when it comes to predicting. But sir, today's game, just a yes or a no. Do you think 420, 425 is the possible target?
Yeah, it should be. I think 400 looks on the card, because already they are 175 in 20 overs. So 30 overs left, and the type of batting Trevor Head is doing, and they have got a big batting lineup. Huge, hard-hitting batsmen. So I think they are capable of getting 425 even if they keep this momentum going, unless and until New Zealand gets a few early wickets now.
Absolutely. The cluster collapse, as we all talk about, which Pakistan is known for. They'll lose 5 or 6 wickets in a span of around 10 overs and 60 runs. And that's been their consistent in this tournament. However, we take a step back. Of course, we're talking about Australia scoring 175 runs in 19 overs, and they're not facing any minnows. They're not facing Netherlands, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka or Afghanistan. Yes, they are chasing with the second best team in the tournament, which is New Zealand. Well, now shift our focus to another upcoming match, which may look absolutely inconsequential, but it will provide all the excitement that a fan needs to see. It's got drama, it's got energy, it has got youth, exuberance, and one of the greatest all-rounder of cricket playing today. Yes, we're talking about the match between Netherlands and Bangladesh. Well, what do we have here? Bangladesh thus far has defeated Afghanistan in the first match, lost to England by 137 runs, lost to New Zealand by 99 runs, lost to India by 7, lost to South Africa by 149. But at the same time, Netherlands, they lost to Pakistan, they lost to New Zealand, defeated South Africa. Yes, the same South Africa, which has been creating havoc in this, lost to Sri Lanka by 5 wickets and lost to Australia. Of course, it was at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. for which Mr. Rajkumar Sharma is the director. We'll take a step back and ask Tasneem. Tasneem, what do you make of these two teams? They're very energetic, they play with their heart, they're aggressive, and their form of cricket is the modern day. What is your thought on this match today between the two teams?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. You know, they've only ever met in past encounters in World Cup games. They've only met once against each other, of which Bangladesh was on the winning end of that match. Again, besides that, in ODIs before, they've played 2 matches against each other, each winning 1 apiece outside of the World Cup. So I think it's definitely going to be interesting. You know, there's a lot on the line today. Netherlands currently sitting in the 10th position on the table, will be looking to make their way up. 1 win for them today, as well as their net run rate, will see them possibly threatening Bangladesh in the 8th position where they currently are. Not forgetting that teams are fighting to sit within the top 8 so that they can get better game time as well. So this is their own top of the table clash for them, at the bottom of the table, so to speak. It's a big game for these two, and I think they both have great potential. You know, they come with great energy, and at this stage, they're all just playing for some pride, as well as that 8th to stay within the top 8 position as well.
Well, absolutely. Everybody vyes for top 8 position. I'll quickly go on to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma and ask him, so what is this top 8, as Tasneem mentioned? Our fans would like to know, it is not just over. You don't have to just focus on the semi-final, but even beyond, sir. Your part, sir. Your thoughts on the top 8.
That is right, Sunil. It is very important for any team to be in top 8, because last two will have to play qualifiers, and that would be pretty humiliating if top team plays a qualifier, and you never know which team can upset you. So I think it is a match for their pride, as well as to save themselves in top 8.
Well, absolutely. They get their funding, they get their game time, and also television time, which means that the fans are increased. Well, as we close this show, we'd like to know from Tasneem. Tasneem, any final update that we need to know? Because Australia is playing in their 100th ODI match in the World Cup. So, is there any records that they are left to be broken by Australia?
Oh, yes, definitely. You know, I think they just out here today to set one of those highest run totals, despite the loss of David Warner. Travis Head hasn't slowed down one bit. He's currently on 92, just off 54 balls as well. And there has been one record today that has been set for them as well. This is the highest power play total so far for ODIs for this World Cup. That's 118 runs coming off just the first 10 overs as well. So we've been seeing it. We've been estimating around the 60s to the 80s, but Australia today is scoring 118 runs in the first 10 overs. They have me sitting here wondering, what are they going to do in the last 10 overs?
Absolutely. What are they going to do in the last 10 overs? I can only predict that it's going to be a highlights package of the World Cup. All the best shots put together in the last few overs. I mean, that's what we are looking at. But of course, the fans have no other complaints about that.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.